I'm doing really, really good. I feel very relaxed and ready for rehearsals and make things going right.
Please introduce your colleagues, or you can introduce yourselves.
These guys, my favorite, they're composers. Christian Schneider, Sarah Bilger. Yeah, how is it pronounced? Bill, oh, that's yeah, that's very Swedish. And this is the head of our delegation, Hansa Janborgs, and they're coming with me.
Nice to meet you.
So your song, I Stand, that's the name of the song, you all know that by now. You display an amazing range in your vocal capacity. How did you learn to sing like this?
I was studying a lot. I sing basically since my 13, and I'm 22. So I had first band when I was 13, playing clubs and really small, kind of, really clubs, just for a really bunch of people. And a couple of years ago, I just took responsibility a little bit more for my vocal cords, and I started to study singing. So thank you very much, I'm really glad you like it.
That's wonderful. And you toured with the Trans-Siberian Orchestra in the United States, 120 concerts. What do you bring from that experience onto this contest?
It's the beautiful experience about this is that, especially arena like that, it's like to being home, you know? Like I don't feel like pressure. I feel like, yes, I know this space, I love this space, and I love to like, do my best to just create the impact, the effect, you know, of people to make them feel good with my singing, with the music, you know, just something that they really like. So from that experience arena is my home.
That sounds very comfy. You said no frazzled nerves to take care of when you start out?
One more time, please.
No frazzled nerves to take care of?
Oh, there's always, like, of course, yeah, I'm normally, right before the show, yes, nervousity and just so many attention on the things that everything's going to be like, going to work right. But right now, we got plenty of time. So I'm just trying to really like, keep it easy. If there's any problem or things that we want to fix, just no really pressure, just keep it very calm and just communication. And I'm trying to keep everybody's relaxed.
Great. About the Czech Republic and your participation in the Eurovision Song Contest, you've only participated 4 times so far, and 2015 in Vienna, you ended up in the best placement ever as number 13. So what is your hope for this year?
We got a target, of course, because we've never been qualified to final. So that's of course like the target that's very challenging for us to make it happen this year. And we, of course, going to do our best to at least, you know, hit the final. That would be amazing.
Let's open up for some questions. Go ahead. Gentleman in the blue shirt.
Thank you. My name is Michal Sajk from Slovakia, Hospodářské noviny. So, as you said correctly, the Czech Republic doesn't really have a good track record of qualifying to the final. What do you think, in your view, gives you this competitive edge over names like Kabát or Marta Jandová to make it to the final this year?
It's really, it's interesting to think about it. I remember I was watching Eurovision Song Contest when I was younger, little, and there was Kabát, actually. That's the group that was the first time as a representative of the Czech Republic. And the thing is, Czech Republic, we get very specific music, I mean, that people in Czech Republic, they like. And sometimes it's very like intimate thing that they really like, melodies, riffs or something, and sometimes it doesn't mean that it's for everybody, you know, for all countries. And Eurovision Song Contest is basically it's a song contest, so that means to basically create a song that's going to communicate the largest amount of people, to really make a song that so many people all around this planet Earth is going to like the song, so they're going to vote for it. So I think when we were making the song this year, we were thinking about it. We were like, okay, so what is, I was a rock singer, and I am a rock singer. But to me, it's like, I love rock music. I also like movie soundtracks and film music and classical music. And to me, to make for Eurovision Song Contest a song like that, that's going to be more easy for people to really hear the song and love the song, I made this for that reason. So I think that's the biggest difference.
Thank you. Another question? Gentleman here in the middle.
Hi Gabby, my name's Danny, I'm from Music Bubble. First of all, congratulations for an amazing performance this morning, it was fantastic. My question is around your staging and also your preview video, which is very interesting with lots of geometric shapes and it's very unique. Can you tell us how you came up with that idea for the show?
That was like one of the first art discussions where in the last years we were, like Czech Republic, were very focused on sing the song very well, so it's going to be great quality, you know. But when we were discussing it and trying to like learn from mistakes from the past years and trying to learn like, okay, what they didn't like, why did they didn't vote for us? And the thing was the graphics, just basically, lighting, staging, and everything like that. We're like, okay, we want to do it more interesting for people. We want people really like it and make it interesting for them. And when we were doing the song, I wanted to make it really beautiful. So for me, even the lighting, I was going to keep it very warm, very beautiful, very like something that you really can appreciate. It's because I love art, and but beautiful art, not really like kind of, sometimes you see art but it's a little bit ugly, like the kind of way that you're like, oh, it's like, yeah. So those graphics, I wanted them to keep the audience warm, and we were discussing with this director and my team and Czech team, and in the end you see what you see. The colors are very, very important as the shapes of those graphics.
It sounds like you've done a really thorough analysis of your entire performance.
Well, I love to be very involved in everything that we're doing. Sometimes it's hard for my team when they're just like, Gabby, I'm like, I want to make this work. I just want this emotion, this feeling. It's because of the best result. So I'm trying to be very involved in anything that we're doing. I just don't want to sing a song. I want to really perform it, and I want to be in everything involved.
Great. More questions over here, please?
Hi, Alistair Birch from SBS Radio in
Hello.
Australia. Can you tell us a little about the influence of Ken Tamplin on your music, and how did you overcome the distance?
Yes, Ken Tamplin, he's a vocal teacher. He's from California. His academy is called Ken Tamplin Vocal Academy. He's a rock singer, but he's an amazing, tremendous teacher, and his technique is very unique. And I remember when it was 2011, and I became a professional singer in my country because I was in the Czech and Slovak Idol and I was second. And I remember I saw his videos, and I was just I was like in shock. I was just like, wow, like who is this guy? He sings like Iron Maiden, Run to the Hills, you know the song? It's just like, wow, I want to sing like that. And I thought, well, if I would ever have a teacher like that, I would have my range and my technique, it would just work. I wouldn't losing my voice, and that time I had troubles with that. I would sing for an hour and I would lose my voice. This is something that's not happening anymore because I'm trained. And for rock singers especially, it's very easy to lose the voice when you scream and you use so much of distortion. So basically, in short, it was I waited like 3 years since that moment. And never getting calm with him because I was afraid I didn't speak English at all at the time. And I was like, oh my gosh, there's so many singers like me probably in America, and I was a little bit like invalidate myself. And in 3 years, I hit a spot in my life, just a moment in my life when I was just like, there's nothing I can lose to just send in my demos and just ask for advice. Just, if I want to go to California, if I want to like sing in America, I just need to do something for that. So I did, and he responded in like a day, and he was amazed by my talent. He was just like, hey girl, I want to help you. I want you to really start to sing and use this technique, and then you can come to California. We can create some demos and to basically show how the technique works. Your amazing change since like, it was like 3 weeks, within 3 weeks. And on those demos and presentations that we created, then basically TSO, they founded Trans-Siberian Orchestra and getting calm with me to go on a tour with them. So it was just very short. Yeah, now we're really great friends, and he's amazing. Amazing, supportive, and excited about Eurovision Song Contest.
So you will indeed be following this contest.
Oh yes.
And it's now being broadcasted in the United States.
Sorry?
It's now being broadcasted in the United States, the contest. That was the big news yesterday.
Yeah, well,
So you can watch it live.
yeah, yes.
Great,
Yes,
that's
that's
perfect.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
That's great.
Yes, I will totally tell.
Terrific. Gentlemen, this Czech shirt, please.
Thank you. Hello, Gabriela. My name is Fernando Mendes. I'm with Radio International. Congratulations. That was a nice performance at this first rehearsal. As we know, you've been working in the US with Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Now you come back to work in Europe at this very big European event. My question is, do you perceive a big difference on the way you're working in the music industry in the US with respect to Europe, or basically the same? How do you perceive the contrast between those two ways of working or even mentalities?
Thank you. Yeah, that's interesting. It's really hard to say. It's my experience from Europe and the United States is very, very similar. I get really good experience with great professional performing and working with people in Europe and also in the United States. Trans-Siberian Orchestra it's really like it's Class A group band, so it's really huge. It's like first time when I was on the tour, I was just like, wow, like I just dreamt about this since I was a child, and it was amazing experience. But really, right now and right here, for example, to see what's going on here, it's amazing. It's large, even larger, and I love it. I love both. I love to be in the United States, but I also love to be here in Europe because I love Europe in the same way. And the mentality, sometimes maybe like the emotional level, like I perceive that people sometimes in America it's easy to cooperate with them in the way of just support, but it's not like the big difference, not at all.
Thank you. We have time for one more question. Go ahead.
Everybody's happy?
No, this one, always one more. This gentleman is very well prepared.
You attempted to sing 65 songs in 4 minutes. Can you tell us about that project, a little bit about it, and how successful was it?
Oh wow, yes. It was very interesting idea that we had. We just wanted to show in 4 minutes. We wanted to create a viral video that's going to become popular in the United States and also here. And Anthony, the creator of the video, he's very popular in the United States and he's got millions views on YouTube. And we're we know each other because we're both students of Ken. And we are all rockers, like love even like rock and metal music. And we were trying to do something special. And so the video went well. It's like 65 songs in 4 minutes. And it shows the rock history since basically 50s to now. And right now on Facebook we're hitting like 7 million, I think, in YouTube like almost 1 million. So yeah, it goes very well. I'm happy.
Fantastic. Before we finish off, I'd like to ask you, as I ask all the other artists, the theme, Come Together, this year's theme, what does it mean to you?
What does that mean to me? Well, I love to have a great support around me, because even though it is like about me, there's so many people who's behind that, like the work and what they're doing. Everybody there's have their jobs and they have their responsibility. And to me, the most important thing is to feel that they support me, they stand by me, and I can rely on them if there's like any problem that I need to solve or I need to figure it out. And I love to create together. If we have any like idea that we wanna like really make it in reality, I love to have people around and discuss it and just make it work. And that's something that I can't do on my own. So in the end, what I perform is there's so many people who's taking care of that and who's responsible for that, and it's something that they've done with me. So that's come together as a team.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Before we finish off completely, we changed a little bit since yesterday morning, so if you want to take some more pictures, we'll take them on this side. And the next meet and greet is Cyprus in 20 minutes. Thank you.